Concrete today is under pressure from three sides: carbon, cost, and compliance. How can the industry strike the right balance without compromising on performance and timelines? Processing, may I start with you?
As Mr. Yadav pointed out, the concrete industry is very little, largely it has been dominated by cement. We know about cement industry. Couple of, when I was preparing some slides earlier, not today, I was looking for what is the concrete consumption per capita per year in this country. I didn't find in anywhere. It's all available for cement. Now, concrete industry, if you want to, improve, as you were saying, performance, which it terms, is a material. And it is not really concrete industry would come in terms of either the RMC or precast, cast in situ. And if you integrate all together with the structural design, it will be industrialized construction. So therefore, concrete industry is not under distress or any kind of, because concrete industry practically is very limited, 15 to 20%. Is nice to hear from Mr. Yadav the last. When first time I heard about from Mr. Bahadur, Sanjay Bahadur, I believe he was one of those who installed the first RMC plant from Unitech somewhere in the country. And then he projected it that it was around 2000, that it will go to 20-30%. The European and developed countries, that data remains almost same what it used to be. But we have grown very slowly. There was a time when government used to actually impose excise on RMC. Today it has changed a little bit. That's a good sign. I'm very nice to see. In fact, cement industry is very nice to see that Bangalore cement is actually gone to concrete. In Europe, not today, I'm talking of long back, somewhere around 2008-9, I was inquiring with my colleagues from University, Dundee University, Prof. Dheeraj, and his student who is also a faculty. So I was inquiring, where is the cement? He says almost all cement industries has diversified themselves into concrete. In India, cement industry still sells cement. They don't sell concrete. Concrete is the product, and that should be so. And if you look at that, it is not really under pressure. It needs. Now, one more point where it is very, what I think is one of the problem is that it should get industrialized, RMC, even to precast and industrialized construction. Right? And second thing is we don't have skilled people. Skilled technicians are not available. At the same time, engineers which you are producing out, civil engineers particularly, the curriculum has been diluted so much, you are not producing good civil engineers. So this is my point. How you can design, you can do everything as long as you want. It's material, so safety is important. Strength. That's what I talked about. Strength. You can design for a wide range of strength. Performance in terms of moldability. Like he mentioned, fiber reinforcement, of course, has to be there. It's a part of the material. And you can design for durability of Indian climate, specifically. You do not, I'm not talking of the code, specified what you call prescriptive, guidelines. It can be designed. So I think that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Bhattacharjee, for that insightful input. Mr. Mokal, can we have your take on this?
Yeah, I will have a slightly different stance as compared to Professor Bhattacharjee. I will take this industry from the point of view of infrastructure projects that we do, where we have our own batching plants and where we produce our own concretes to the requirement of the technical specifications, depending upon various codes, could be international Indian codes. Now, throughout my presentation, I was talking about fly ash. So it could be fly ash, it could be GGBS. So one way, if we want to look at reducing the carbon footprint, yes, we need to look at optimizing the mix designs by using maximum possible supplementary cementitious material. Another way of looking at both the carbon point of view as well as the cost point of view is one area which is the most neglected as far as concrete, production or mix design is concerned, and that is the quality of aggregate and the sand that we use in the concrete. The entire thing is controlled by, I would not like to use the words here, but the entire industry of aggregate production is not a very organized or not a very educated industry. Most of the times, the challenge that we face is with the quality of crushed sand, which is very bad, especially in a place like Mumbai. If we are able to get good quality aggregate, good quality sand, we can substantially reduce both the carbon footprint as well as the cost. Compliance will automatically follow, because without compliance, you cannot do anything in an infrastructure industry. So I'm not touching the point of compliance. I'm taking it as deemed. Another important area that as we go on, constructing projects like the missing link or the Rohtang tunnel or the Maldives bridge, we also need to constantly look at what innovations we can do, how we can surpass the current material problems. We don't have major problems in terms of cement or anything. The major problems is in terms of the aggregate and sand. How we can surpass those problems, how we can, in spite of all the critical problems, how we can make the best out of it and produce what is required from the compliance and the carbon footprint point of view. So that is my another take, that is innovation that we need to continuously look at. The innovation, not in terms of the research, but the innovation in terms of what we can actually apply in the field that I am constructing the project for. Use of other recycled material could be an option, especially not for permanent elements, but for other infrastructure development elements that we do in a project. So that could be very important. Collaborating with the right suppliers and trying to sensitize them on the aspect of carbon footprint could be another area, where we could do a better job as far as infrastructure industry is concerned. Thank you.
Can I just say a word? Actually, it didn't differ me. It didn't differ me. You were saying that I have different. No, it's right. Fine. My point is that you are only infrastructure is only not even 25% of the cement is used in infrastructure. So as he said, RMC. When he talked of RMC, he's talking must be of everything, including industry. So this is not the issue. But the point that I wanted to make is vertical shaft impactor aggregates, computer control aggregates are available. It has not been adopted much in India. At least in NCR, there is one company for whom I have done research. You can save on 40% cement. 40% cement, because the packing will be much better, so paste will be less. You can do that. And such systems have been used in UK. I saw in 2007, 6, 7 or something. So he has got a Japanese system, that company I'm talking of, and there must be more. I just came across one, and that is possible. It should not be left to the unorganized sector. Whole concrete was left to unorganized sector. Now at least partly it is with the organized sector, and infra has been doing always best job. With the bridges, river valley projects, they were adopting mechanized system right from the beginning, whether Bakra Nangal to today, your all specialized structures. It comes to the large scale buildings, right? And there the problem lies. So there's no difference between what you are saying so.
So you want to add something, Manish sir?
Yeah. Actually, one of our panelists from Sri Bangur, right? Who is that?
Yeah.
Mentioning-
Yadav.
Yeah. He was mentioning that only the ready-mix plants contribution is around 20%, right? In that 20% also, if you see, there are a lot of commercial plants across the pan India. And as sir was mentioning, but these commercial plants are fully unorganized. There is no quality control at all. Whether it is in aggregates or mixed designs or laboratory, completely unorganized. This can be, we can bring transformation through QCI certification. Now, our Quality Council of India has introduced this RMC 9000 concrete RMC capability certification. If all these RMC, if we can make this commercial plants mandatory to go for RMC capability certificates, And we introduced the Green Pro certifications. Then industry can switch towards the sustainable concrete production. Use of this, fly ash or GGBS, both or combinations. So that is my view on bringing the transformation in the industry overall. These two things can help reducing the wastage also. And other than that, regular training programs to project personals, designers also. Structural designers are more concerned with the SCM replacement. They are always worried why you are replacing such a huge volumes of SCM, because they never come to the laboratories. They always sit on the laptop, STAD and E-tabs, and they are the deciding factor. The projects has to take approval from them, the mixed designs, who never involved or put their fingers on the cement or concrete. So that scenario also has to, change. If the structural designers come attend the trial mixes physically, they will realize how SCMs are contributing for a high workability, high pumpability, or high performance concrete overall. Whether it is a fresh concrete performance or hard concrete performance, it's giving physically they have to involve, and they are not spending time at all. So that is one more, pitfall I observe in the industry. By bringing more awareness, sir, like professors and industry experts, we can bring transformations. That's right.
Okay. Thank you, Nagarreddayya, sir, for highlighting the governance aspect. Dheeraj, sir, can we have your take on this?
Yeah, in continuation to Mr. Nagarreddayya, he has suggested good points like QCI certification, Green Post certification, and training. So in Bangar Concrete, all of our plants are QCI certified. We have taken this as a base, and the Green Post certification is also we are applying now. And then the training, yes, this is a very essential part. So all of our new joinees are being trained under RMCMA, and they also give their exams there, and we also get their marks. So I think this is a very good practice that he has suggested we are already doing. And when we talk about the carbon, the real question is not whether we can afford to go in. I think it is whether we can afford not to. Gone are the days when the sustainability and the environment is considered as a cost, but now it go hand by hand. So now customers are starting to ask for environmental product declaration. So how many of us are ready? That is the, I think, the real question. And when we talk about cost, so if we are honest, the cheapest concrete is also the most expensive, because you pay for it in delays, in rework, in structural risk, and sometimes in reputational damage also. So cheapest, I don't believe it will work in I think the near future. And because as the we are seeing the compliance are going, and compliance should not be treated as a checkbox exercise. So the companies that embed compliance into their operational DNA rather than treating it as a last mile audit will be the one that survive and scale. So in the last, I would like to say that India's cement industry is already the greenest on the planet. Around that 65 to 70% is blended cement ratio. So RMC takes this further by optimizing the last mile of concrete delivery. So today, if we talk about our company, our priority within the Shree cement ecosystem is now to sell concrete first, then bulk cement, and then bag cement. Because bag cement also creates wastage of plastic. So we consider IMC as a strategic pillar, not a side business. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dheeraj. That was a strong market perspective. So, with this, we have come to the conclusion of this power talk on on behalf of B2B Purchase, I extend our sincere gratitude to all our speakers for sharing such valuable insights. Today's discussion clearly highlighted that concrete is no longer just a material. It is a strategic decision that impacts sustainability, cost efficiency, compliance, and long-term performance. A heartfelt thank to all our audience for those active participation and engaging questions. Please stay connected with us for more such insightful sessions. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you and goodbye.